What is a loudspeaker? A device which converts an electrical audio signal into a corresponding sound. The inventor of the loudspeaker is Alexander Graham Bell. He invented in 1876. He invented an electrical loudspeaker as a part in the telephone. And Siemens in 1877 has created a modified version. Kester W. Rice and Edward W. Kellogg in 1924 have patented a moving coil loudspeaker. These moving coil loudspeakers are famous nowadays. How does the loudspeaker work? Let's see the components used by the loudspeaker and the working of the loudspeaker. Magnet, voice coil, spider, dust cap, basket or frame, diaphragm. Magnet. The important component used in the loudspeaker is magnet. There are different types of magnet used in the loudspeaker, namely alnico, ferrite and neodymium. Each type has different tonal characteristics in the loudspeaker. The size of a loudspeaker is decided by a wattage. When a current is passed to a voice coil, it produces a magnetic field. Here, magnet is used to provide an opposing magnetic field to provide a mechanical movement in the voice coil. So what is the voice coil? The voice coil is an electromagnet of the loudspeaker. Voice coil consisting of a former, collar and winding. Collar is a craft paper. A stiff paper is used and the copper coil is wound on the collar material. Voice coil size differs by the magnet size. There are single and dual voice coils. Single voice coil is used for medium-sized loudspeakers and dual voice coil is used for woofers. Voice coil takes the current from the audio amplifier and the current flowing through generates a magnetic field which interacts with the permanent magnet, and this creates a force which moves the coil and creates the sound waves. Diaphragm or cone. In the front of the moving coil loudspeaker, there is a cone or diaphragm. It has a large surface area and the loudspeaker diaphragm is made of fabric, plastic, paper or lightweight metal. This acts as a transducer by converting the mechanical movement to the sound energy. The lower part of the diaphragm is fixed to a voice coil. The outer part of the diaphragm is fixed to the rim of the frame. Next, we are going to see about the basket or frame. These are made up of steel or magnesium or aluminum die-cast. The moving coil loudspeaker is generally built on a circular frame. These may be also elliptical. The frame forms the basis for the loudspeaker and provides its structure, although it does not perform any active part in the operation. Dust cap. Dust caps are round and dome-shaped, present at the center of the loudspeaker, made up of paper, cloth and sometimes aluminum. This part protects the voice coil from dust and dirt. Spider. Spider is a rubber-type material having an opening at the center, located between the inner rim and the outer rim. This is flexible and holds the voice coil in place, allowing it to move freely. It is not present on some lower-end loudspeakers but provides a very useful support to the coil even if it is not properly centered. Normally, the space around the coil is limited to enable the maximum efficiency to be maintained, and the coil needs to be free from touching the adjacent magnet. If it touches, it causes a rasping sound to be heard as the loudspeaker coil moves in and out. When the current is applied to the voice coil or electromagnet, it provides the magnetic field around it, and an opposing magnetic field is already created by the magnet. Due to this opposing magnetic field, the voice coil moves up and down, where an electrical energy is converted to mechanical energy. Then the spider and the diaphragm is attached to the voice coil. Diaphragm is a transducer used to convert mechanical energy to the sound wave. Now let's see the types of loudspeaker: full range driver, mid range driver, subwoofer, tweeter, on loudspeaker. Full range driver unit will produce as much audible frequency as possible. The frequency range is maximized by using a whizzer cone. Mid range driver that reproduces sound in frequency range 250 to 20,000 Hz. These are cone type, dome type or compression horn type. Subwoofer. Subwoofers are designed to reproduce low-pitched audio frequencies known as bass and sub-bass. Dual voice coils are used in subwoofers. Tweeter. Tweeters are also called a treble loudspeaker that is designed to produce high audio frequency 2000 Hz to 20,000 Hz. On loudspeaker uses an acoustic horn to increase the efficiency. Main advantage is producing 10 decibels. Install the loudspeaker in a cool, dry, clean place, away from windows, heat sources of excessive vibration, dust, moisture and cold. Avoid sources of humming from transformers or motors. To prevent fire or electric shock, do not expose the loudspeaker to rain or water. Post your queries in the comment box.